Hey, everybody, welcome to the Hoot Hop Show. With me, as always, my right-hand man to the left, C. Wayne.
What's up?
And, of course, Mr. BT Brandon Torres.
Hey.
Joining us today, special guests, the Black Market Barbers, Brandon McIntyre and Zach Brooks.
What up?
Okay, so we're going to get into talking to the Black Market guys, and really, I want to dive into their business, their social media presence, which is pretty awesome, and we're going to get into all that kind of stuff. But first, C. Wayne's going to start us out with a trip around the horn with college football.
Well, we can skip Arkansas.
Oh God! Well, actually,
we gotta touch on it.
Yeah, we gotta address it. We gotta,
you gotta.
I don't want to.
You gotta talk about it.
A little bit.
It's embarrassing. They should have won the last 2 weeks.
Okay, so
I agree.
2 weeks?
I agree with Ole Miss as well.
I would say I wasn't upset at the Ole Miss game because it was a good game and it was just a slug out that we didn't come out on top.
Nobody can be mad about the call.
Yeah, I'd say, but the Auburn game was really the first game I watched all season that I was like, oh, that was hard to watch. Like even the Georgia game was hard to watch, but I was like, oh, come on, it's Georgia,
right?
But this Auburn game. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. Okay. So last year, the 2020 season against Auburn, there was a game-changing call, which was a spike backwards, which is called a fumble, and we recovered it and we won the game. Except for the officials didn't see it that way, and Auburn comes back, wins, and then we're just really getting all we want in the first half this year. And we start kind of making our comeback towards the end of the half. We're looking good. And I even told my wife, I'm always the optimist. I said, they didn't get far enough ahead. They don't want to smoke with the second half.
I think he's texted me something similar to that.
Yeah. And then we come out and we still look all right. And then it happened.
Yeah.
A fumble that we recovered. And then they were like, nah, I don't know if it's a fumble. And then we lose the game. Now, you can't blame that call because we lost by a bigger margin than just that.
Right.
That at the same time,
that was a momentum swing right there for sure.
It was. And this is the first time that I've ever looked at Coach Pittman and been like, dude, you didn't do enough. I'm Team Pittman all the way.
I am too, but I think last week there was some questionable calls there as well.
Well, there were questionable calls definitely on the Ole Miss game and the Auburn game, but I'm talking about that specific call. The referee says no fumble. I would have had an out-of-body experience. I would have been like, dude, you have no choice. You're going to have to kick me out of my own house because seriously, hey, if you're going to be handing out home cooking calls in Fayetteville, by God, I'm the one eating. You know what I mean? And to give a call like that, and that wasn't the only one. There were several little pass interference calls that were going one way against us.
Ticky-tacky.
And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say we lost because of the calls because we didn't. We lost because our defense was ineffective, and that's just the way I see it.
They figured out the defense. It's exposed.
Oh yeah, well you take the linebackers out of it. You score all day.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I would say
right.
as soon as you get past Grant Morgan, you get past Bumper Pool, it's over with. You can go all day. Joe Fouché is fast. He's got good hands, but those receivers are out running him all day. So I'm like, well, maybe it's time to go back to conditioning for a while or something. I don't know, but we got to do something because on defense you can't have a two-man defense. Trey Williams was completely, when it comes down to the line, Trey Williams is taken out of the picture after I bragged on him so much.
Well, yeah, it's like everybody knows that they can just stack another defender against him and make the rest of the defense beat you, and no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can shred them all day.
All right, Kobe, you can move past Arkansas now if you want to. Unless you guys want to go ahead and jump in, if you want to stretch this out to where it's painstaking for him, that's fine too.
No, that's rough for us too.
Okay, all right.
But I will say one thing: the Hogs, for no matter who's the coach, no matter who's the player, they have this curse of being broken, and it's like you can't get past a broken spirit.
Yeah,
and they just can't.
You're right.
It's like as soon as the spirit gets broken, it's like it's over with.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about the Hogs.
Yeah.
I've been a Hogs fan my whole life. It's been hard.
Yeah.
But it's like, let's get up after the spirit's been broken. Let's just keep moving.
Well, that's it. And I'm hoping that, coming into this next week against Pine Bluff,
should be a practice.
God willing, we win.
I don't really want to laugh because you don't really know.
Yeah, right. Pine Bluff might come out and smack them fools,
Right.
Well, if they come out like they came out playing last week, they might.
Yeah, for real.
Arkansas don't want the smoke.
Not yeah, but I'm just saying that if they come out and they perform the way they're supposed to against Pine Bluff, and then we go into that bye week to get them a little rest, I'm hoping that when we come back, who we taking on after that? Is it
Mississippi State?
I think it's Mississippi State.
Yeah, Thursday night game. I think.
Really?
I feel like I don't know, but maybe I think it's a November.
I'm
6th
checking
or
it.
something like that.
All right, fair enough. But anyway, I think you're right about
Mississippi State, yeah.
Okay, is it on Thursday night?
Saturday.
Oh, it is on
Oh,
Saturday.
is it? Okay.
I was like a Thursday night
I thought
college
it was a
game.
Thursday night.
What are we in the?
There are Thursday night games, though.
No,
That would be
yeah.
Georgia State and Louisiana.
Yeah, the Sun Belt. Hey,
There's,
ASU.
there's Wednesday and Tuesday games, too.
Anyway, so when we come out against Mississippi State, though, I'm hoping we've got a win and some rest on us that way. Because I mean, Mississippi State, I'm not even trashing Mississippi State. I'm just saying that's a winnable game. That's a very winnable game. Missouri's a winnable game. Yeah. Honestly, if we bring the same game we brought to Texas or to Texas A&M, Alabama could be a winnable game.
No.
But it would take
In
that.
Alabama.
I forgot we had to play in Athens and we had to play in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, so
The fact that it's in, I mean,
Yeah, that's
I
plus.
I really think it's almost foolish to say we beat Alabama anyways, but in Alabama,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Like I said earlier, always the optimist. So
yeah,
I
we
feel
need
like
some angels in the outfield. On
We
that one.
we always show up against the good teams.
if only we had
usually.
the camera going, they'd see us all like signaling. There's angels in the outfield. I love that movie.
That's great.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
Well, it came out like 8 years before you were. Wait a second, you were born in 2000?
Correct.
Yeah, it was about 8 years before you were born. So yeah. Okay, fair enough.
You should watch it. It's classic.
It is, man. Christopher Lloyd, Danny
Have to do
Glover.
with the Angels.
Yeah,
In the
I'm not
outfield.
watching. I don't like
yeah,
the
and
Angels.
they are in the
The outfield,
outfield.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there in the title.
Right.
I don't even need to watch the movie anymore. It's right there.
Yeah,
in the title.
unfortunately, Shohei Ohtani.
Got Doc Brown. It's great.
Yeah. Christopher Lloyd, Danny Glover. Isn't Furlong? No, it's not Furlong.
No,
I
it's
don't know who
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Is that really who it is?
Yeah, that's who it is.
Huh.
Horrible names.
Yeah. Anyway.
Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah. Yeah, with French Stewart for some reason.
Always squinting.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Just walk us around some scores. You can talk about whatever you want to talk
I
about.
called Cincinnati.
You
They're
did
number
call
2.
Cincinnati.
He
yeah.
did.
At the beginning of the year, I predicted they'd be in. I think they're going to be a national championship game. Just because they don't play anyone good the rest of the year, so they'll be undefeated. Which almost has to get them into the Final Four. Almost has to.
But being in the playoffs,
They're not a Power 5, so they can skip
you could
them.
say you see them in the playoffs, but see them in the national
I see
championship.
them in the national
game.
championship.
Ugh.
That's a.
You just said they didn't play anybody good for the rest of the year.
They,
Yeah,
don't,
but in
they
the
beat Notre
playoffs,
Dame. They beat Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is always overhyped.
I was gonna
Overhyped.
say-
They could beat
Always.
Oklahoma.
I-
Oklahoma is not that good.
See how I let that go?
With the new
Did you see how I let it go?
with
It just-
Ratliff on the bench, possibly.
If
Possibly they are.
If Oklahoma gets to the playoffs, if Cincinnati plays them, Cincinnati can win that game. That's the only game they can win.
I would put money that you're wrong.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait a
If
minute.
that happens, you can contact me and we
I'll
can
be
make
good.
Hey,
it.
hold on
do it.
one second. We have this recording right now, so it is documented. Okay, if it ends up a Cincinnati Oklahoma game in the playoffs, this bet has to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right. Okay, I'm in. I am all about it. Yeah.
I mean, it's very low odds that both those teams play.
Right here. I feel like if we're gonna say we take a bet on that, we call Vegas and make a bet on it happening, and we would really cash out.
Because that's a very low chance.
a very low chance.
Oklahoma still getting there.
Yeah.
I'd have to call Spencer and be like, "Hey, listen, let me give you your point margin."
Yeah.
0, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's really wishy-washy.
Without Ratliff, they're less.
Man,
wishy-washy.
I gotta be honest though, Spencer Ratliff hasn't looked good this year.
No, he just doesn't.
I mean-
he's way overhyped. Because he hypes himself.
Yeah,
And everybody
Hey,
believes it.
He's like Kanye, man. Ain't nobody loves
Everybody
Spencer Ratliff
believes
like
it.
Spencer Ratliff.
He walked off the field and was headed to the locker while everybody was still celebrating.
Yeah,
on
the
the field.
Texas game. He was
yeah,
leaving.
because he got sat down and he had too much pride to go congratulate
Yeah.
somebody that did better.
His dad's already said he's transferring in January.
Well,
So
he
he's not
should.
dressing out
Yeah,
for
but
OU
say-
games.
He should.
Send his ass to the Pac-12 somewhere.
Right.
you know?
Like,
Then they can beat us. Perfect.
Yeah.
You go to
gotta
like
earn your
Oregon.
seat. You don't just get tossed it because of your last name or because you hype yourself up. You got to
Yeah.
earn it.
Well, and see, I watched the Netflix series at QB1 And in the season 2, Spencer Ratliff was one of the QBs that they were following in high school, of course. And at the end of it, he said that he had committed to Oklahoma, and I was like, huh, okay. And that was, of course, his his freshman season would have been last year. And so I told my wife, I was like, I'm going to watch OU this year because I want to see how this kid does. Because even on that show, I was like, I can't stand this kid.
Yeah.
Like this. I know that that's a child, but like if I was around him, I would punch him in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this guy sucks. Like he was good, he had a lot of talent, but like it's overshadowed by his own image of himself, in my opinion.
You have to be. You have to be. No matter what level you're at, no matter what you're doing, no matter how good you are, if you're not humble, you're going to lose your basics.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I actually love the fact that I get to use this one. Look at Dak Prescott. You don't have to be a Cowboys fan to respect and appreciate Dak
Horrible
Prescott.
example.
Oh, come on. No, it's not. Hey, look. Let me think of someone else in.
Patrick Mahomes.
No, Tom Brady.
Okay, you know
Tom
what?
Brady's a good one.
Don't you say Patrick
No.
Mahomes.
We're not
Don't you
doing
say that disgraceful
Tom Brady
name.
maybe in 2003.
Yeah, I would say Tom Brady. When has he been humble? He's
Always.
He walks around with all them rings on his hand. He knows.
No,
He was 199th pick. I would be humble if I won 7 rings.
Story of humility
He's
coming
got
back.
too many commercials to be humble now.
I would say, yeah, right.
Baker
He's-
Mayfield. He's got too many commercials.
Like John Cena's faces on
I don't think
everything.
he's ever been.
I would say for
Baker's
the record,
cocky.
Eli
Baker.
Manning, maybe?
Okay, Eli would
Oh,
actually
I hate
Peyton
that
Manning.
name.
He's humble.
Peyton Manning. He's,
Andrew
yeah.
Luck. Andrew Luck. There's the perfect one.
There you go.
Another Indianapolis Colt. Andrew Luck.
Drew Brees.
Oh, don't say that.
that. Come
He's
on.
fairly humble though.
He's
Yeah.
a humble guy.
He is, but
He's likable.
The most humble, Tim Tebow.
No. He did that thing for clout. He shouted out clout every time. For clout.
shout out to God.
He did it for clout.
Every time. You know how many middle school girls fell in love with him when I was in middle school because he did that thing? All of them.
Hey, every time he hit the end
start
zone,
doing
man,
it?
shout out
No.
to God.
Was it shouting out to God for clout? You keep that quiet.
Big ups to
behind
my
doors.
boy.
yeah, big ups to my boy. Thanks, JC.
Yee. His
You know,
name's
I'm like,
Yee
I feel
now.
like that might be sacrilegious. I don't know. But anyway, we'll move past that. But, Andrew Luck is a good one. He stayed humble. And he left while he was still, doing fairly well. But he was like, no, I'm not trying to get punch drunk and not be able to raise my kids. And he got out. That's pretty humble. You know what I mean?
And genuinely too, I feel like you could use almost not every, but 75% of the starting D1 quarterbacks are probably a lot more humble than Ratliff.
Yeah, I would say that
A
that's,
lot more.
I would say that that's a very.
We don't even have to go to the pros to find a more humble.
Yeah.
KJ Jefferson's humble. He don't even think he's good.
He's got a really ugly face.
He does.
That's exactly what my wife said.
When he takes his helmet off, it's still like he's got it on. He's got a really big head.
You can't help that.
There is no padding in that.
It's just the outer shell.
Yeah.
Oh no!
He kind of looks like a turtle, a little bit of Franklin.
We just got unfollowed by Razorback Nations.
We're here. We're big.
They're like, yeah, they know we're gonna talk about KJ that way. I'm like, have you seen him? I feel like you would talk about him
They
like
all
that.
say that. KJ's
Yeah.
gonna call and say stop. He's tired of hearing the same jokes.
Stop overthrowing that damn ball for one.
Oh, for real. Golly. All right. So, big game scores. Hit us with that, and we'll move past it.
Was there big games last week?
I don't know.
I'll scroll.
NFL, college, I don't know.
Oh, Oklahoma State's comeback win against Texas, I guess.
Yeah, that actually looked really good, and I knew you'd be happy about that. You're an
Texas is
OSU
having a
fan.
rough one, huh?
I hate Texas. Screw them.
No, yeah, me too. That's why.
Thank God.
I had to say it. I had to say it. If you're a Razorback fan and you said, "Go Texas, beat Oklahoma,"
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not a fan. Like we hate Texas. Okay, like we may not like OU. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's just because they're too close and better than us.
Exactly.
Right.
That's exactly right.
But like Texas, we hate them. Okay.
Whoever plays against Texas, I
but,
cheer for.
But that goes back to a Southwest Conference rivalry. Texas,
for sure.
Arkansas.
Deep roots.
Yeah, there's deep-rooted
Actual
hatred,
deep-
man.
Yeah, how are you ever going to say go Texas against any team ever as a Razorback?
Well,
fan?
okay, I know you're not a Cowboys fan, but this is the equivalent for me on the pro level. Is if I wanted the Eagles to win over someone else.
Over Tom Brady. You did, didn't you?
No.
He was a Cowboys
sick
fan.
person.
I grew up a
He was a
Cowboys
Cowboys
fan,
Yeah.
and
then things got rough.
No, well,
They've
things
been rough.
things got disgusting. And as a Razorback fan and a Cowboys fan, it was super rough weekends, and I couldn't do
Owned
it
by
anymore.
Jerry.
So I genuinely stopped watching NFL period for
Oh,
10 years.
Oh, I did the same.
Because I couldn't stand the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. Can't stand them. As
So
long
was
as Jerry
it like
Jones.
the Wade Phillips years, or what are we talking about here?
No, the Troy Aikman years.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
90s.
Yeah, that's when I was young.
Yeah, I
And
was
I got
saying.
to watch. And nobody even knows the defensive player Moose.
Yeah.
Daryl
It
Johnson.
sounded like
Yeah.
boo. You know, like I really did love the Cowboys back in the day, but my dad did. I was born in Dallas. But I hate the Cowboys, man. And
Yeah.
Jerry Jones sucks.
Yeah,
And I
and especially,
can't stand it.
and here's some, an interesting fact to that, and I'm sure it probably plays into your reason for your disdain for Jerry Jones is the fact that the man is a national champion Razorback. He don't draft a lot of Razorbacks. Like he might take them on a trade, how he got Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, but I mean, how long were either of them there? Felix Jones was there for what, 3 seasons?
I don't know.
Darren McFadden was 2.
Maybe less.
Felix kind of fumbled out of the league.
Well, okay, I got to be honest with you. Felix Jones kind of deserved to be out of the league. He performed well in college and got to the pros and did okay for about 10, 15 minutes and then was like, oh, yeah, I'm not near big enough to get hit by this guy. And he, I mean, that was just it. Like Darren McFadden, if he hadn't been plagued by injuries while he was in Oakland, I think he could have been more than what he was. But, man, as soon as that knee went, it was over with for him. I mean, it was just over with.
And when you're talking about running in the NFL versus college, you have to be more precise in your running. You're not going to run these guys over.
No.
And
Unless you're Adrian Peterson.
Well, hey, he had to learn too, though. You know what I'm saying? He had to learn too. He had to be a little bit more finesse too. Now, don't get me wrong, he does roll them over, but still, like when you go from college to the NFL, you may not be able to have the same running style. You're talking about the elite of the elite of the elite.
Yeah, and the refrigerators are a lot faster in the NFL.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And way more solid.
Yeah, right.
Aaron Donald jumps 60 inches in the air.
Gross. You're like, how is that? You're huge. He's like,
Yeah.
I mean, 60-inch vertical leap, no big deal.
It's like seeing the refrigerator jump 60 inches.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't understand how their knees are even there.
Would that work? Yeah.
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 Like they
You
can
wanna be
cut so
huge
fast.
and run and still jump that high, be that athletic.
That's crazy. All right, so let's just move off of college sports because it's getting heated. But so I tell you what, let's shift and let's talk about you guys, man. Tell me about the shop and kind of give me, you guys can take turns or you guys can help out together and just kind of give me a backstory on how you guys came to be the Black Market Barbers.
All right. You want me to go or you good?
You're good.
All right. So we were at a local barbershop in Van Buren. Government came through when COVID came through and shut us all down. Said we couldn't work anymore. And then told us they were going to give us some kind of payment, but didn't know when that payment was going to come through. We got bills. I have 2 sons. Zach has a son himself. And I called him and I said, hey, man, I'm moving the chairs to the house. Because literally I remember Zach was already actually out because he got tested for COVID. He was one of the first people around here.
I thought I was going to be the first person in Arkansas to have COVID.
Oh, man.
And honestly, I was kind of going for it. You know? Like, yeah.
It's me. Guess what I've been doing? Not what you guys been doing.
So he was actually out 2 weeks before we got shut down. We got shut down for a total of 8 weeks. And bills don't stop.
Right.
Nothing stopped.
Yeah.
Kids don't stop eating. And so we
That's
moved
for true.
Yeah. We moved the chairs to my house. I called him up. I said, hey, let everybody know that you trust our family because our clients are our family 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And they came in and supported us, man, in the house, sitting there while we had TV on, like just we looked like drug dealers in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But people came out looking a lot better. You know?
Yes. That's right. You didn't come out looking like, oh, man,
Right,
something bad's
right.
going on in there.
Like, man, what are they passing out in there?
Yeah,
The guys are looking so much better.
Yeah,
Coming
well,
out all
whenever-
cut up and fresh.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know what drugs are slinging, but people come out looking fresh to death. I'm trying to get in on
We
it.
had like 6 cars parked out in my yard, in my driveway a couple of times. It was just,
Escalade on 26
Right.
is no big deal.
The homies.
And that was totally under no name of our current LLC. That was private us. So
That was more speakeasy kind of.
yeah, it was just just lay low because I mean it was illegal technically because
Black market.
they unconstitutionally illegal because
Yeah,
there's no constitution
Amen.
behind it.
All of
Amen.
this is
Amen.
unconstitutional.
Right, 100%. So
Just a couple freedom-loving Americans.
So we choose to exercise our rights, privately in my house.
Yeah.
So we cut the hair, and then you know, we saved money through that. And then when everything got back to opening up, we started looking for a place. I went on vacation. Zach called me and said, "Hey, man, I found a place." And I was like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
And that's why we call it the Black Market Barbers, because, you know, our clients and our family supported us in the middle of the government shutting us down. And
Yeah.
technically they were illegal haircuts, and that's why we're the Black Market Barbers.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I like
Yeah.
that. I
was
like
kind
that
of
a lot.
concerned about the name. I was like, Black Market.
Yeah, well, hey,
Yeah.
man, it's a very fitting name. And I tell you what, man, I like that you guys are willing to be like, you know what, screw it, man. Let's just do it ourselves. Because, you know,
Yeah.
if the government's trying to cut your legs out from under us, I mean, it's our job as citizens to say, nah, that ain't happening.
No, for
You
sure.
can't hold me down.
No, you
know,
can't.
This is our God-given right. This is our freedom, and we're going to earn where we need to earn.
Right.
You're not,
Also, they're damn good at what they do, and it'd be a shame if they weren't out there doing it.
That's right. I'll get to plugging your social media here in a few, because you guys do some pretty fresh haircuts. I saw them. I was like, man, all right. Whenever it is time to cut these luxurious locks, man, I'll be
Take it
heading
easy, though. Keep them while you got them.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point.
We encourage long hair. Now, we can still freshen you up everywhere you need to.
Okay.
We still like people. I mean, we have long hair.
Yeah, but that's well. In fact, I'll go ahead and tell you when he's listening. I actually made that joke when I pulled up. I was like, man, I got 2 barbers coming in here, and I've got my hair been growing out for several months. I don't know how long, but for a while. And I was like, man, these guys are gonna be eyeing my hair. I get here, both of them have long hair. I was like,
Yeah.
this is all right
He's
with
been
me.
growing his out for 2 years. Or about a year and a half. And I've been growing out for mine about 2.5, almost 3 years.
Yeah, that's what's up,
I
man.
always grow mine out and cut it off and donate it.
Yeah, you
Okay,
know.
yeah. That's cool. Like to Locks of Love or something like that.
Wigs for Kids.
Wigs for Kids, okay.
Yeah, they're a non-profit. So, and the Locks of Love, they actually try to make money off their wigs.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so hey, there's some gee whiz information I didn't have.
Right,
So,
yeah.
and Wigs for Kids is 100% nonprofit.
Right,
It's actually all they do is just take care of the
That's
business.
what we
They take
tell
care of it.
anybody coming in to donate hair. We tell them, you know, where to donate to, because, you know, if you know how important that is. You're growing hair out.
Yeah,
You know, that's connected to you deeply. That's part of you.
it really is.
Yeah, genuinely. And so
Yeah.
when you're donating to that, you don't want to not profit off of it and somebody else profit off of it.
Right.
I mean, if somebody else going to profit off of it,
yeah, then I got to get mine.
Right. Like, if I can
you
sell
gotta
it,
donate it
sell
for free. You know, like give something to me.
Right. I mean, if you're going to profit, I'm going to profit. Either we donating this or we're not.
Yeah, is that, hold on a second. Is this UNICEF or is this a business? Because if it's a business, I want my piece.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm the one who supplied the hair.
Yeah,
you
this
know.
is
Did
my
all the
product.
work. No one paid for that labor. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
I had to take care of this.
No one paid for all that conditioner to keep this hair silky smooth.
Right.
All right, so So my question is this: did you guys meet through the original barbershop, or did you know each other beforehand? Or
That's what's crazy. He has an older brother that's crazy as hell, and I love him. But Zach was a little brother. I'm 33. Zach's 20. You just turned 28.
28.
Yeah, it's 28. And I hung out with his older brother, and me and him were best friends. And me and his pops, I stayed at their house a couple nights, and Zach was just always around, but he was a younger brother. But Zach has been a barber longer than me, and I've just been through construction and factory work.
Right.
And I'm a high school dropout, man, so I've just done everything I can to work with my hands.
yeah, absolutely.
And so barbering came as an opportunity to me, and I was like, well, I'm going to get into it. So, because I almost actually cut my finger off. I worked at a steel manufacturing company, almost cut it off, and they let me go because of safety violation. Then I had to figure something out. And I told my wife, I said, you know, I'd actually like to do something I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, like something I would enjoy doing, because I've just busted my ass my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
And I want to hustle in a different way. And so I went to barber college, and he had already been barbering, and we just have that old connection from 10 years back.
Yeah.
And he hollered at me and said, hey, man, this is the spot. Come work. Let's make some money and let's grow something. And then we started that barbershop, and we're brothers. We've been brothers. We just reconnected.
Yeah.
10 years later, and now we're just rolling.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I would say it's funny you should mention that, even though it's not through like business or anything. Brandon and I, we met through a mutual friend, and I had started a local independent motorcycle club back in 2012, and I was trying to get this thing off the ground. You know, I had, you know, the mandatory minimum to start an MC in Arkansas is 5 members. I had my 5. You can maintain with 4, but to start you have to have 5. I started and immediately lost one, so I had 4, and I was like, well, good thing that's over with, I guess. And one of these guys that I had introduced me to Brandon, and I don't even know if I had to ask. I mean, from the second we sat down with him, he's like, yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. And I was like, well, I mean, you know, it's got this, and this. You got to do this, you know, this, and this. He's like, yeah, whatever, dude. Let's just do it. I was like, all right. So he ended up prospecting for actually a pretty short time, and he was pretty much the poster child of our club for a while. Like, anytime anyone ever mentioned my club, it's like, oh yeah, I always see that guy on that yellow Sportster. I'm like, yeah, that was Brandon. All the time on that yellow Sportster, and
all over the place.
Yeah, everywhere. Like, you're in Ardmore, Oklahoma? Oh, and you saw him? Yeah, he goes.
That's him. That's him.
Would you see him in Little Rock 3 hours later somehow? Yeah, no, that's him. Yeah, he's just he was
in
everywhere.
Florida. Well, yeah. That's him.
But you know, after he left the club, I kept going with it for another like 2 or 3 years, and then I pretty much decided that, you know, I had dedicated so much time to my club that I'd been neglecting my wife and my child. And I was like, okay, you know, I can't keep doing this. I'm going to have to step out. And so I did. And then it wasn't like 5 minutes later, the club folded and it was over. But I don't know, maybe a year after that, I contacted him, and another guy that was in the club with us actually put him what's known as out and bad, which in a club, that means you no longer associate. Like, everyone besides this one dude was like, no, he's out and good. It's all good.
For the record, I didn't say a word to him from the day that I left that group meeting where I quit to the day that we made up.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't speak at all. And finally, man, like, I just kind of started, it was just eating at me. And I finally just contacted him. I was like, hey, man, look, all that stuff's over with now. I said, I don't have to stand by and follow any bogus rules that I put into place to start with. I said, so I feel like I lost a brother, and I don't want to do that. And like, we picked up where we left off. So kind of like what you're talking about, that gap.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you just pick it up and say, hey, you know, it is what it is. Your brothers, so you make it work. So, you know, it's kind of a funny similarity there.
And that was one of the reasons why, like we always said, we'd be good in business too. It's something I've said is his pops, his dad. I said, you know, if it comes down to it where Zach and I are having enough of disagreement, I guarantee you Pops will step in and be like, all right, sit down and listen. But we haven't even became close to any of that. Like,
right.
I'm a lot more uptight and he's a lot more chill. Even though he's younger, he's a lot more mature in certain ways than me, because I'm loud.
Yeah.
And I got something to say all the time.
Loud and proud.
You see who's talking more than me, or more than him.
Well, you see who's talking most on this end.
Right, for sure.
Loud and proud.
He's a lot lower to speak, and he's, you know, he helps me on that of like chilling out, and then we're just able to communicate.
Yeah.
We don't bullshit when we talk to each other. We just talk to each other.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and that's the way it's got to be. Like, if you know, one of these two, you know, knucklehead up.
Yeah.
Then it's on me to be like, hey, look, that's over with. You can't do that no more.
Right.
And if I'm just going to sit here and be like, you know, giving them dirty looks but not saying anything, that ain't helping nothing. You know what I mean? Sometimes the best thing you can do, and the most brotherly and the most loving thing you can do, is be like, hey, man, you're acting bogus. Knock it off.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
And that's the only way you could successfully run a business, if you just come out with it. As soon as it bothers you, don't let it build up.
In a partnership. Yeah, for sure.
Complete transparency, right?
Yeah.
And me, like, I'm the type of person, like, if something's wrong with me, you can tell it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I wear it on my sleeve, so.
I feel like you and I are kindred spirits.
Probably so, man. I'm loud, and if you offend me, you see it quickly. And and we'll just talk about it. Like, I'm cool talking about it. Like, we're good. I would rather much get it off my chest and move on.
Yeah.
And Zach, like, nothing really bothers him.
Yeah.
He's just chill.
Yeah, see, that's more of our Brandon. Like, I could call him any terrible name in the world, and he'll be like, oh, yeah.
No, he ain't going to put up with that.
I don't think he would either, but...
I got certain names, you know?
Certain names,
yeah. There's certain... Well, hey, I understand. There are certain words, like, actually, I am one of those people, and we've made the joke on the show several times, that I have no standard for how I should be treated as a human. So, like, there's a lot of things people will get over on me, because it's not like they're getting over on me. I know what they're doing, but I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, it's not worth the effort.
Yeah, but
I'm
I've
opposite
got
of that
those trigger words though that I'm like,
Yeah.
I will kill you. You know that, right? You know what I'm saying? But
And it's always those words you make them say again, so that way you go.
yeah, that way you can you're double sure that you're double mad.
Yeah.
know? But okay, so let's kind of change gears and so kind of give us a rundown on what Barber Wars was, how it came to be, and actually because I never saw an update, who won?
Well, we put off the competition, and I'm going to win.
Oh, okay. So the finale hasn't happened
No,
yet.
Zach is the current belt holder.
I have the belt.
Okay.
So far, I've won.
Okay,
I'm in the
so
lead.
what events have you guys done so far?
We've done everything from rock, paper, scissors all the way to playing horse.
Ping pong. I beat him at ping pong. I'm much better.
Yeah,
ping
I would
pong
say I
player.
watched the ping pong.
Yeah, I suck at ping pong.
He had no chance.
I would say I watched horse too, and I'm here to tell you,
Long game.
y'all
Neither
don't.
one of us has shot a basketball in about 2 years.
I was gonna
okay?
say
Like,
y'all.
Plus, who really likes to play on a double rim? That was a double rim, and that's my excuse.
Are you gonna come in on this? Come on,
You've been waiting
say
for
something.
weeks.
Say
I'll let it
something.
sit. I'll
No,
let it
say
sit.
something
go
about that
ahead.
We
double
played
rim.
the last 2 summers, right? 2 summers.
Yeah.
We've played like pickup basketball here and there every
Thursday night.
Thursday, sometimes not every week. Only double rims in Lavaca.
Yeah, any of the public places they only
I
have.
had to
double
take him to like the hoodest place in Van Buren.
Oh.
Of course, it's got double rims.
Of course, yeah.
It's like, where is that?
It's the place with double rims.
I just drove around till I found a park that had double
No,
rims.
I know where that park is. I played several times in that double rim park.
with half a net.
Yeah, well, I would say we ended up putting nets up.
We had to buy nets.
And we went and bought nets and put nets up, and like the next week,
They
some
were
little
stolen.
jerks ripped them down. I was like, I hate kids.
Who needs the nets?
Nice.
They got to go at the house. They needed a net, man.
Well, they didn't. It's not like they took them down. They like ripped them. It's like so you can't use them.
I was gonna say brand new nylon.
Yeah, no. Well, these were like Dollar General nylons.
Dollar
too, so.
Central boots.
So the first one was a dance competition.
Okay.
I got better moves.
Okay. Very nice. I didn't get a chance to see that one.
Yeah, and then the second one was a beer chug.
Okay. Zach,
beat-
take that one.
Yeah, barely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so look. All right, so there was 2 videos, and the one where it was closer didn't get posted.
No, because the first one is what mattered.
The first-
the first one's what mattered.
He was about like 3 seconds on the first one. Okay.
Smoked him.
Yeah,
And,
Absolutely smoked him.
and he knows we've chugged beers several times together. Okay. He knows that was out of line, and that was just a bad beer.
But
It's a
that's,
fluke.
that's when the competition was. So that's when you got to show
And
up.
I wanted
That's
to
when
really
you got to show up.
And he's right. Okay, I lost, but I wanted to double down. And when we win again, he beat me again. Okay, he did, but it was like a sip.
Because I was full.
I just wanted to get that back. I wanted to get some
the
more
bloat.
respect publicly. I wanted to state my statement that the video was false.
It's bogus. It's not as embarrassing as it was.
It's under protest.
Okay, all I'm gonna say is it was fixed. Okay,
It was.
It was all a sham.
Hey, that's impressive.
Yeah,
I agree, Mr. President.
So I got him on cornhole, but
It was Dollar General.
It
like,
was yeah.
We love Dollar General.
I wasn't able to get the boards.
That's our
you know,
shop.
And then so,
it was some.
but I won. He had me 7-1, and I came back and beat him.
That's pretty good.
8.
Man, it had the bags were like.
It doesn't matter. We
They're
played
like
the
he won.
same bag.
It had regulation
We played with the
holes,
same
but it had
bags.
like 2 inch.
Same bags.
No,
Tom
and I
Brady
had a-
played with the same balls that Super Bowl. Both of them were deflated.
Yeah, they were both deflated.
I had one bag that was literally solid. It wasn't. There was no beans or anything. It was just like one solid
brick.
tiny square.
Beans and
And then the other square had nothing in it, so it didn't fly.
Just a bag of flour.
I did practice, and I did choose the red bags on purpose
Fair
because the black bags one was solid.
Yeah, so he
One
cheated.
was solid.
He cheated his way to.
He
it
took
done.
advantage.
So far, we're 2-2. Where are we
Okay, I'm
going?
gonna say so
So-
with beer chug and cornhole, we're still at an even 2-2.
Right. So
Okay.
staring competition.
That's a little
And,
sus.
Yeah. We had to. We didn't really want to do anything. I think we were hungover.
Did you do
a
this
little
one on camera? Please tell me you did this one on camera.
bit. Yes, it's there.
It's out there. The
Yeah.
staring
Like-
contest.
It's just the most awkward video.
Right.
Well, no, we're
Right.
just sitting there staring at each other, just saying random stuff
Yeah.
quietly. It's
Brandon,
Trying to get each other. To
you'd be good at that.
I would say the problem is saying things quietly and people can't hear it. They're like, "What are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, y'all
Yeah.
can't. They can't hear us.
No.
It's a good reason too.
It happens to us all the time. I'm trying to mime something to him so he doesn't break what he's saying, and then he'll just go ahead and what? What?
What's that?
If there was like romantic music playing in the background, it'd be awkward.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
just
it would
endless
be.
love playing in the
Titanic.
background.
Zach won the staring competition,
Okay, so it's 3-2.
which I don't know how, but whatever. But Jenga, I brought it on Jenga.
Okay.
I won Jenga.
Are we talking just regular
Regular-
regulation Jenga, not
it was
2 by
actually
4
like
Jenga?
a great
that
value.
two by
Again, and that comes back.
They
down
didn't
to
even
Dollar
line
General.
up together.
That
I just said, Jacob, he said, we're doing Jenga. And I was like, crap, I think I got Jenga. And I did. It was my son's Jenga, but I didn't realize that somebody bought him a really cheap Jenga.
It was the most ghetto Jenga.
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
It was like Jongay or something.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't. It actually was. It wasn't even called Jenga. And all the,
It's called Django.
I think it was like
single
block
one of-
tower or tilt tower or
Yeah,
something. weird
yeah, there
like
you go.
that.
Every single one of the blocks were cut opposite. They wasn't even the same.
Some were squares, some rectangles.
But hey, we made it work, and I won. So
Okay,
that's what
there you go.
matters.
There you go.
Rock paper scissors was the next one. Zach brought that one down.
So it's all
4-3.
It's at 3-3.
4-3 now.
4-3.
We should be at 3-3.
That made it 4-3.
I made it
Zach.
4-3 because
Well,
you won.
I had the putting competition.
Fours.
Oh, okay.
4-4.
Yes, so we did a putting competition. Then, of course, Zach was a faster wiener eater.
Okay. That's what
That's a
weird.
little sus.
It was a hot dog eating competition.
5-4.
What's weird is he didn't chew.
And I almost had him. I had so much confidence because I took that wiener super fast.
Not only one of he picked both meat.
Kobayashi over here.
I was saving the bread. I was saving the bread.
That's the strategy.
And I went,
yeah.
I went quick. You know, I knew the bread
Yeah.
would be quick with the water because we
That's
had
what
a water.
you eat the dog in the
Yeah.
water.
No, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as we started, I seen Brandon stuff both of those wieners in his mouth, and I was like,
It was over.
"That's the best strategy." You know, like you can probably go with this. I screwed up.
I've got to start taking 2 wieners at a time.
Because I had bun and wiener. You know, I was just going with what's regular. You know, what's normal. I mean, it's just like two. One, you know, it's
So I had him beat. with the wieners. You know, I was chewing, and I'm over here looking off to the right with so much confidence. Like I just got this
Mouth
thing
full
down.
of wieners.
And I've got a wiener left. I've got a half a wiener left and 2 buns. And I look down, and he went from a half a hot dog, or a hot dog and a half, to a half a hot dog in a blink of an eye. And I was like, what just happened? And so I really had to step my game up, swallow the wieners, and then go with the bread and drink the water. And I almost had him, and I had my last bite in my mouth, and he swallowed quicker.
Hey, completely underrated or unrelated. You guys want to hang out?
I will enter a hot dog contest with you. I've always wanted to be in a wiener.
I didn't know if we're going with hot dogs still or what.
Zach-
I was like, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Hot dogs. My bad.
No, genuinely, Zach has a wiener trophy on his.
I do.
That's
section.
that's what's up.
And
Man.
usually my drinking name, whenever like I go out play golf or something, they call me Girth Brooks.
Oh my.
Girth Brooks.
It has
Garth
Girth
Brooks,
on the,
yeah.
Okay.
on the trophy too. So.
Was it like regular size hot dogs, links, or like
He's
those
got
tiny
frozen
ones?
Good
low
size-
places.
Good size Sonic hot dogs.
The 8 inchers.
Oh man,
Dude,
Yeah, just
good.
like the
I mean,
normal. Like they were
bro,
girthy.
and strong.
you can't. You
strong.
They were thick,
describe them
yeah.
that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was just gonna chew right through it. No, it had some real meat behind it.
This is the best conversation we've ever recorded, ever.
So,
That sounds good, though.
So
Hot dog?
after that,
It's 5-4, right?
no, he won long drive competition.
6-4.
Yes, and then I got
How far did you hit it?
It wasn't really that far because we went to the simulator of Golf Nut,
Oh, it's
and
different.
it feels way
It's
different.
so-
Simulator
You're like in-
rips you like 50 or
Yeah.
70.
Well,
Or,
and not just that, it makes you feel like you've got somebody standing on your shoulders.
You feel like you're gonna hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It's a-
you
it's
feel
a
like you're gonna
box.
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say he won with like
I hit 245.
94.
that's still farther than I hit it.
Really?
245.
245.
That's stretching the truth.
The simulator doesn't stretch it.
I don't know. Either way, so
I can't even hit that far regularly.
okay. So now he's got 6-4 with the long drive.
Right. And then I come in with Chubby Bunny.
Okay.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
competition.
Well, I went to church when I was a kid.
Chubby
That was a
Bunny.
game at
Yeah.
church.
Yeah.
Chubby
Stuff your
Bunny.
mouth full
I
of
was
marshmallows and
explaining
say
Zach-
chubby bunny.
Zach
No,
got
not
kicked out
wieners
of
this
church.
time.
Do
I
what?
got
He got kicked out
excited.
of church.
No, I
He got kicked out of church.
I did.
Oh man.
So the last one, or not the last one, I think the next one for him was hot wings. That was brutal.
Hot wings
Oh
are so
man.
good.
We
Well,
went to
we went with
to
the
B Dubs
hottest.
and went. They've got Carolina Reaper.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you went that
the
hot?
Blazing. We
Hottest you
ate
could
2
get.
apiece, and that was so rough. And
you blister your
so the
lips,
competition was. We wasn't gonna eat like multiples. What we were gonna do is it was one wing of
Yeah.
Carolina Reaper, one wing of Blazing, and it was who took a drink of beer first.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so
yeah.
we did that. We ate the wing, and it was like cool, whatever. Blazing felt much harder than Carolina Reaper, hotter. Like,
Yeah.
it really did. We eat the Carolina Reaper, and we're looking at each other, and now the next thing is we have to take a drink of the sauce because neither one of us are taking. We're stubborn.
Yeah,
we're
right.
competitive.
Right, you're sitting there sweating and
These
you're
are
like,
sweating this one out.
Okay, these might be funny competitions, but these are competitions that
Cue
we show
spaghetti
up to.
western
right.
music.
We're competitive.
Yeah,
We're
that's
way
right.
too competitive.
Hey,
you
no.
know,
We
I
ain't
like it.
giving nothing up. Okay.
Okay.
So now we got to take a drink of this Blazing. So we take a drink. We look at it. Whew, hot. Beer's right there.
And drink, by the way, is like a full sauce cup.
Yeah.
Shooting
Oh,
it,
yeah.
licking
This
the
is
cup.
the hottest.
Carolina?
second hot-
Carolina
Yeah.
sauce.
No, we haven't got to Carolina yet.
Huh.
This is the second hottest sauce they got. We take a full drink.
Oh, I-
Yeah.
And it's chunky.
And we're still. Yeah.
And it's chunky.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we're still looking at our beer. And so I've already got it made up in my mind that Zach's not going to give up. He's got me beat. And so now we're looking at the Carolina Reaper, and it goes 1, 2, 3. We're going to take a shot together. So we go to take the shot. He actually takes a shot. I put mine down and grab the beer and drink it, and he won.
Yeah.
But I feel like I really got over on him.
Yeah. I say, who was the real winner? I said,
Right.
I promise you, 3 hours later in his bathroom, he was like, I'm pretty sure Brandon
we
won.
both-
No, bro,
No,
that
we
hurt
both-
my stomach for 2 days.
Yeah, I feel like it got me for 3.
Yeah,
It was
bad.
painful coming out.
Yeah, I
Way
imagine.
worse.
Yeah,
I
way
imagine, yeah.
Didn't
need
sound
to
like
have
it
a
was
squatty
pleasant going
potty.
in.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's
Squatty
why
potty.
I said no more hot stuff.
Yeah,
I'm done with
yeah.
No mas, no mas.
Oh my.
Ain't gonna be no rematch.
Yeah, it's like, no, I want a rematch. Well, you win then because I ain't doing
No,
it.
I
again.
was. We both agreed because he tried to pull the one chip challenge on us,
Oh.
Oh yeah,
and we
Yeah.
said, "Nah,
yeah,
no,
Yeah,
you
right.
could fire us from our own business. We're not doing it."
yeah. not just no.
No, it's just
Hell
not,
no, I'm
that
not
ain't
doing
gonna
it.
happen. So after that, we went to play Arkansas Hold'em, Texas Hold'em, which he cheated, but he won.
Big
He
stack
won.
bully.
I'm a
That's
much-
all that is about.
I was
That's poker face.
I was so mad because I'm a much better poker player than him. I've been playing poker a lot longer than him, and he beat me.
He don't know. He don't know.
He beat me.
I dabble in
He doesn't
poker a little bit.
I can play.
I can too.
I can play.
I play almost every weekend.
I can honestly tell you that I am not a good poker player. Like I understand all the fundamentals
I
of playing
enjoy it.
poker. Luck never shines on me though. I'm like 7-2 off suited. All right, well we'll go ahead and throw that in.
That can be good. That can be good.
Sure, except when and it's always like this. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let it ride.
You get a 7 on the
I go
clock and
ahead.
you're
I
good.
call. We're all good. What it
Yeah,
comes
it'll
out,
work out.
like you end up seeing like Queen 4, and I don't know, like an ace come out, and you're like,
There's
oh,
like
good.
no
Well,
straight.
there's no way this is gonna work out well. I'll keep riding it out. That's me.
Don't do
I'm
it.
that guy.
No,
dude.
don't do it.
I know, and everything in my
If
being
you know
is
you're
like,
that
throw
guy,
your
just
cards.
stop
in.
being that guy.
I-
Turn into a different person and sit down.
You know, that's the best advice I've ever got. If you don't like who you are, just be someone else.
I mean, that's it.
Switch
You
it
know?
up.
Yeah.
Honestly, in poker, like not knowing to play kind of helps. You know, just
Yeah, if you-
There's a lot of truth in that.
It's like picking the winner of the March Madness tournament.
Oh yeah, when you don't follow basketball, you're like, you do like my wife. I like their uniform.
You do it by the mascots,
Their
yeah.
colors.
The Bulldogs, yes. Gonzaga all the way.
Oh my god, would you quit fat fingering the desk like? Thum, thum. Oh my
Sorry,
god.
I worked here too long and saw Johnny. I saw Johnny too many times.
Tic tac toe.
Okay.
So it's tied up.
That was intense because that was like an extreme tic tac toe. You had to win a version of tic tac toe inside of the tic tac toe. You understand?
I
there
don't.
was-
Yeah, like we
so
had
the
6
big tic
different.
tac toe,
Right.
but you had to win a tic tac toe in order to call it your tax.
So we had to play 6 different games all into one.
Oh, okay. I got
like
you. I
once
got
you won
you.
that top
Right.
left corner game,
Right.
you get an X.
And he had no chance. I'm
Okay.
way smarter.
Big brain.
Way more
He
strategic.
likes to
Check out
try-
the
he
big
tries to
brain.
Way more
Brandon.
strategic.
tries to.
I wish Domino's was on the next one because I'd smoke him in that too.
Well, probably so. I've tried.
I'm good
and
at Domino's.
I am
I'm
not.
not, good at those. I'm not big in prison. You know, like I've been to prison, so I don't play dominoes.
I've never been
I'm
to
not
prison,
a criminal.
okay?
You know, I'm not a
I
criminal.
am not a
so-
felon. Do not put that on me just because I know how to slap some bones. Don't do that.
Whoa.
And he slaps bones.
Yeah.
That's jail talk. You know,
I would say it is. I actually worked in jail. I was
I
a
mean,
jailer
most
for
of
a
my
while. So.
mentors are felons.
Yeah, man.
I mean, they
I'm
really
saying,
taught me a lot.
Hey,
For
just
real.
because they're felons
Yeah.
don't mean they're bad people.
No,
That's right.
genuinely.
Yeah, for real.
Genuinely. I'm being honest with
I'm about to
that.
say, man, my best friend in the world, well, 2 of my best friends in the entire world are both convicted felons, and they're good dude. One's a Pentecostal preacher. That was a
He's crazy.
turnaround.
He's
Yeah, that
he
one.
gets it.
They give credentials to felons.
Hey, all you gotta do is live right, I guess. Dude, hey,
Hey, he's doing better than me. And we've seen him go down that route and still be our clients and come back out of that route and still be our clients and be a much better person. And, you know, we're tight with them. They're our family.
yeah, absolutely, man.
I got a client. He's been a felon and all that, and he's probably one of the most successful guys I know.
It's not. It's not.
Yep.
Is it really? Oh yeah, man. I love man.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
That's one of them. You know, and yeah, no, he's dude. You know.
yeah, man. Dude, that dude went down for some pretty heinous stuff. You know, I mean, not like violent, but drugs and whatnot. And then he comes out, and he's another story like that. He's like, nope, I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. I was like, yeah, all right.
Yep.
And then he didn't, and then he bought, and he's a big time success story.
Yeah.
I mean, is a solid dude, great dad, great husband. I mean, I love that guy.
Yeah, we all go through things that grab us, you
Right.
know, and some things grab us a little harder than other things. We get caught up in it, but you know, we got to get a slap on the hand every once in a while. But
Yeah,
I had a guy telling me when I was looking at dropping out of school, he said to me, he was like, "It's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have. It's regardless of anything else. It's just what you do. You know, you got to make something out of nothing always.
yeah, man.
And that's our barbershop.
Yeah, that's a good word right there. Hallelujah, testify. That's good stuff right there. Because I mean, it's very true. You know, I like a good success story.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can't say that I came from nothing. You know, I'm third generation in my business. You know, my granddad started it back in 1968,
Right.
and then my uncle and my dad took over it.
That's some beautiful story we hope to have in the future.
I would say, man, I hope so too. And you know, whenever
We already said we're gonna beat our kids if they don't want to be barbers.
right, yeah,
We both have boys, so
yeah,
you
absolutely,
know, so they have to be.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
I don't care if they drop out of high school. We'll go to barber college and we'll teach them. You know, I'm kidding. Education is good. Stay in school.
Nah, yeah. But you know, it's the same conversation we've had on this show before. Is that college and whatnot is not for everyone.
No,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like I'm a high school graduate, and I actually was an English major for about 15 minutes, and then I was like, no, I don't like this. And pretty much from then on out, I've been welding. And
I mean, it's not as important as it used to be.
Hey, Zach killed it for a semester of partying.
yeah.
College
I did go to
scholarship.
college for a semester.
That's what's
You
up.
know,
Hey, he
and
was a
it
he was a football athlete.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
from what high school?
Arkansas Tech.
Oh, you went to Arkansas.
nice.
The high school, I
Yeah.
went to Cedarville.
Oh, okay. You Cedarville, and you went to Arkansas Tech. You're a wonder boy.
The Wonder Boy.
They
is
didn't
it-
ever play.
No,
just-
dude, I was there.
They just went to
partying
party
it up.
house.
Like, all right. And well,
Practice
and
squad.
then my girlfriend at the time got pregnant, so that's when I figured out I was like,
Oh,
I gotta find something to do, you know,
sounded like you had something to do.
for a little bit.
All right. So, I'm since we've kind of covered barber wars and everything, that has not been concluded. So, what is the tally up to though? You're 6'5".
He's up one.
Yeah, he's up by
And
one.
After all is said and done, because we kind of went back and forth, and I'm trying to look up the next ones that we've got going on. It's the final one.
Yeah, we're gonna do like a marathon of stuff.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be.
So, is it going to be pretty much after this one, winner wins? Whoever wins the next event
Yeah,
wins the
holds
whole
the
thing.
belt.
And we're kind of talking about doing it in seasons. So like after we finish the winter of this one, then next season we just hired a new barber also. So
Yeah, I've been seeing
Dun, dun,
baby,
dun, dun.
baby D.
oh,
Baby D.
D's cuts.
Baby D, he's getting in.
These cuts.
Yeah, I've been seeing all the D's cuts.
These
Hey man, you said it. We didn't.
Yeah, for real.
You said the double wiener tactic.
Yeah.
I did.
Trademarks, right? Am I right? These cuts, trademark.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say
should.
D's cuts TM.
Yeah.
That's what girls used to say in my middle school in the bathroom. These cuts.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
dark.
That's a dark
Remember
joke.
what the last one?
It was dark. We turned the light off on them so they
Oh
couldn't
my
see.
gosh.
Boo.
Go home. You're drunk.
All right. So what we got coming up, competing is I know we're doing a swimming contest and I'm gonna beat him at that. I was an Alma Gator when I was a kid. I was on the Alma swim team.
All right.
The Alma?
Yeah, I'm from Alma.
I'm
That's
a doggy paddling fool.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not much of a swimmer at all.
So he's like, no, he's got that one.
Yeah,
He's got me
I'll
on
give him
bench
that one.
press though, because bench press is one, and I know he's got me on that. But what?
Yeah, and we got I think like big size Jenga, like
Okay.
Oh,
the
yeah.
bigger ones.
Yeah,
like
big
they-
block Jenga.
I
I
get
got
at
you.
that.
Then I think we're playing normal cornhole,
Oh yeah,
like actual cornhole, and then
I got him there too. So I feel like I'm bringing the belt home. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sea Wayne's just won another hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, right. So
Hey, we can invite y'all. We can have one.
I was gonna say that's actually something I wanted to ask.
Like a
Is maybe
tag.
we can do like in between seasons or something. Maybe we can do a small like barbers versus casters type
Yeah,
thing. You
yeah,
can get all
absolutely.
three of you guys versus the three of us on
Yeah,
things.
we
And,
can do like a flip cup thing.
yeah, sure.
You know,
Yeah, that'd be
hot
something
dog,
cool. Yeah.
Whoever eats the next.
I
one
feel like
goes
Brandon
like a
would
marathon.
Inhale those hot dogs. I can see it.
Why? You a good wiener chugger?
It looks like he's
I got
good at
stomach problems, guys.
I would say, I think it's gonna be you. Like, look, we're in our
You're
30s.
gonna represent.
I'm prime.
Yeah.
when it comes
It's
time,
prime for
man,
wiener.
you will surprise yourself. when
Starve
you're eating hot
yourself
dogs.
for the previous
will.
16 hours.
the really the biggest key is concentrate on your wiener because
Yeah,
if
It's
you
the
get
water
sidetracked-
dipping. I can't get past the water
No,
dipping.
no.
You
Don't
got
do
to.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's gross.
Yeah, that
Don't
is
do that.
gross.
That don't bother me.
Just put the bread in your mouth and then take a drink.
Gotcha.
Much more better
Yeah.
that way. Looking at it soggy and putting it in your mouth, no.
Oh, God.
Can I just? That's what she said. Can I say that?
Yeah, it's just gross. You want it nice and firm.
That's right. I would assume at least. That's what I
least on
heard.
the
I don't know.
inside.
Oh man. Okay. So we'll try to set that up. We'll try to set up like a barbers versus casters, like a little
That's what
mini
we'll do.
tournament thing.
I mean,
We'll-
hey, you can get your ass whooped any day of the week.
yeah, that's
I
right.
highly doubt that
And
happens. It'll be
I'm
the
gonna
other
say,
way
It's
around.
got to be the same hot dog. We got to go to Sonic.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
are we doing hot dogs or basketball? There's like this
I'm gonna
is
say,
all over
well,
the
we
place.
can. We do
Y'all
have to
did
do a
say
basketball.
something about basketball.
Yeah. I think
The only way I'm agreeing to a real competition is if it's on hardwood floors.
That's fine.
Yeah, like
we
a
can.
real person.
I actually
Yeah.
think we can arrange that here.
yeah.
We can. We coach the little. We used to coach the little
Yeah,
league.
if y'all want to get work, we can definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that, we'll school your little league.
I'm going to go ahead and tell
Go
you
ahead.
the past few teams we've had. No, I mean like that shouldn't be an issue.
They don't want none.
Yeah, them fifth and sixth graders don't want no smoke. You know what I mean?
They don't want none.
I got enough players out of a full team.
Oh yeah. I mean, usually with our youth league down here, like there's enough to have.
I was totally kidding.
Oh no, I know, but you said it, so now I'm going to talk about it. I've got the microphone. Leave me alone. No, but with our youth league, most of the time we have enough kids to make two teams, but it never fails that we, for some reason, break them down into three really small teams. So we'll have like 3 7-kid teams.
Well, at least they're all playing.
Well, you
Yeah,
know, not all
maybe
of them.
better for the.
No, not
Better
all
off
of them.
not.
I mean, all of them and all the other teams do.
Yeah,
But I'm that coach that parents hate
we just
because they're like, why isn't my kid playing? I'm like, well, because they suck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm in this to win. I don't care if it's 5th and 6th grade. I'm in it to win. Okay.
Right. We just finished coaching Coach Pitch.
Oh, okay. Very
Yeah,
nice.
both of us. We had a black market little
Okay.
Coach Pitch team.
We had black market children, man. And I'm like, what? You had reword that.
Everybody was like, "What is this team?" It's the black market team. Okay.
What do they do? Well, if you go to sleep out here, Nancy, after you've had too much wine that you keep putting in Kool-Aid packets, we know what you're doing. They're going to take your kidneys. Okay. Black market.
We got our kids on the corner. Whatever. I'm kidding.
But they
Everybody's
sell it to
yeah.
someone who really needs it.
We turned them around. Man.
We
They
was
were
real
horrible.
life bad news bears. That team was like real life bad news.
The
Bears.
only reason why everybody played
Chico
is because the league
Belmont.
said everybody could play. They said, hey, you can put all your kids on the field. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, everybody get your ass out.
Oh,
Yeah.
13, get out there.
Most of you in the outfield.
You want to put all of them out there at one time? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I want you 9 in the outfield. You 4 on the, I don't know,
Right here.
infield, and you can be the pitcher and you can be the catcher.
Man, hey, we turned it around.
Nice.
We got them playing ball.
This past year, we did not.
Yeah.
We did not. We had a very unsuccessful season. And we had a lot of talent, honestly, like little kids. As far as little kids go, I mean, we had some good talent on there. Could not make
I
it
never
happen.
want to coach again.
I certainly don't. And I got to be honest with you. The season, the Little League basketball season signups are happening like now. And I have not been called to coach yet. So if I don't get a phone
Don't
call.
show up to the meeting.
Yeah, well, I knew.
Because that's when they really get you. That's what happened to me. I was showing up for my kid
Yeah.
to try out.
Do we have any parents that would be willing to coach?
Yeah. He said,
You're
bro,
like-
you're my last guy. And I was like, yeah, out of everybody?
Me?
He was like, yeah. I said, how many teams you got? He said, 3. And I said, what? I said, that makes me having 4? You got 4 teams in this thing? And that was it. So I said yes, and I told him he was a coach.
Yeah, well, see, that's pretty much how it went for C. Wayne. Is the first year I was in it, I was an assistant coach, and he helped out in practice because my sister took my nephew to sign-ups, and that's how she got roped into it. And she was like, I told him I would coach, but I need your help. And I was like, that sucks for you because I'm not doing it. And anyway, I ended up doing it, and I actually ended up enjoying it
Yeah, we did
for the
too.
first season.
We started gambling on him.
Yeah,
Black market.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
I had a side bet. He was my friend.
I bet this kid strikes out. I guarantee it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I asked him. There was a very solid team on there, and I was like, "Hey, man, what's the spread on this one? Give me a spread. You know you're gonna beat us, but give me a spread. Give me an honest spread."
Yeah, like because I'll bet against this. I will. Okay. It's like,
yeah,
I believe
for
that's
sure.
called point shaving.
Can I get -7? You know.
Like, listen, I know that we're only down by 8 and you're a slugger, but I'm gonna need you to whiff on this one, okay, bud? And I'm like, that's shaving points on a little league game.
I was the pitcher, and I'd hit a kid.
Oh my god.
No, I'm kidding. They wouldn't let him go. But if they would, I promise you, there was 4 kids I would have hit.
All right, let's.
Softening.
Before that, we get in trouble with the statute of limitations.
Yeah, I was saying, there
I
is such
didn't do it. I was a good coach, okay? I'm just saying.
There was this time where he was like, all right, we were trying to show the kids, like not be scared of the ball.
Yeah,
And
come on.
he throws the ball to me, and he's like, all right, throw it at me. And I was like, all right. So I threw it. I threw it, and he caught it. He's like, not that hard.
I was trying to show him, like, the value of the ball, like, how they throw, not how a grown man throws. And he goes to pin me with it, and I catch it, and I was like, whoa, bro. Easy.
What
He
are you
got his
thinking?
opportunity.
Yeah, he says, well, when an opportunity presents itself,
No, yeah.
you take it.
I wasn't going to shake that one off.
That was one I was like, see, it's not so bad.
No, I seen it coming. I caught it. No. Hell no.
Yeah, he throws it back. Kids didn't know what was happening at the time. It's all right.
Okay, so we're gonna move on, and a part of our October thing, guys, is that we decided we would watch horror movies, one a week, and we would try to pick ones that either were, as I call them, awesomely bad, or just scary ones, whatever. I tried to pass it around, and everyone's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, forget it, we're gonna watch this one. So the first week we watched Freddy vs. Jason, which is a terrible piece of cinema that I will watch every year.
But the gore factor was awesome.
Oh, it was on point, man. Racking up kills.
Exactly. Thank you.
What is it? Just don't like
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. So last week, what did we watch last week?
Jeepers Creepers.
Oh, yeah, we watched Jeepers
I did
Creepers.
watch that.
And
That was
that's
really
another terrible piece of cinema that we learned some pretty disturbing stuff about
I love
during the podcast.
And the movie Powder.
Yeah, I know, for real. It's the same director, and apparently he was a rapist. And we're like, oh, well, we don't...
Pedophile.
Yeah, we don't think these are cool anymore, so...
That
But
makes
this
them
week-
better.
God,
It
go
makes him
away.
The
horrifying.
guy was going around driving a black van, throwing people.
That's the same comparison we made.
That's how he got his main actor.
Yeah, so
I say that's the same comparison we made. I was like, once you have that in that light, that movie does come
Yeah.
off rapey.
right,
Justin
that's
Long
pretty
is
great.
kind of boyish looking. Ooh.
Yeah, and he was 37 in that movie. But anyway, this week we decided to do C. Wayne's favorite movie like ever. It seems like so we watched.
I love The Conjuring.
Yeah, we
All
watched
of
The
them.
Conjuring. And
Which one? There's
Well,
3.
I
Just the
actually.
first
I'm still trying to figure out if it's the one with the tractor.
It's
No, it's
not the
it's
one
a
with
different
the
paranormal movie, I promise.
I really feel. Is it the one where the people are just like randomly just walking around with no awareness at all? And
No, you're talking about The Crazies
is that what
with
that
Timothy Olyphant in it. Everyone just kind of starts going
Nuts.
homicidal.
Yeah,
They just kind of get a
Yeah.
blank stare and start killing people.
Yeah.
Nowhere
That's
close.
called The Crazies,
You're nowhere
which is
close.
another awesome
Swing and a
movie.
miss.
Is there a scene where a tractor runs over a woman walking down a field?
Well,
Probably.
it doesn't run over her, but she's standing in front of a giant combine that's spinning in the middle of a
Yes.
field. Yes, that's the movie.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
all right.
So
So we figured it out.
Okay, we did.
I would say
And it wasn't-
it's still a strike. You missed, but
Right.
it is a good movie.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I did like
watch
that
it
one.
a long time
And it
ago.
wasn't fried green tomatoes.
Yeah, or Anne of Green Gables for some reason.
Still Magnolias.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's got a girl on a tractor. I'm like, bro.
Where the red fern grows.
I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, so we watched The Conjuring. It stars what's his name, Patrick Wilson, and I don't remember the lead actress's
The
name.
Nun is an off series of The Conjuring. Both of the nuns
Oh,
are.
Vera Farmiga.
Yes, Vera Farmiga. Yeah, and she's great in it too. So I had actually never seen this movie up until Colby keeps on. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. I was like, fine. That's what we'll do this week. We'll watch The Conjuring. So I watched it, and I didn't realize it's based on Ed and Lorraine Warren's, like their I don't know what you would call it. I mean, kind of their career.
Yeah, it's real.
Of,
It's real.
of, you know,
It's almost like a biography.
yeah, well, it is. It's a biographical movie. I mean, I'm sure it's embellished a little bit in Hollywood up, but
But it's all based off a true story.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, this movie comes out in like 2009, I guess, and I just never saw it. And I watched it this past week, and I will say this: it was a scary movie.
Oh yeah, they're terrifying.
That was a pretty scary movie. Like it's been a while since I've watched a horror movie that I was like,
So it came back to you a little bit. You got sucked in.
yeah, I did. I was like, this is really creepy. Enough that when it was
It
over, I
disturbed
watched
me.
the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll admit that it got to me. It got me in my head a little bit and disturbed.
Yeah.
They're disturbing. The nuns are really disturbing.
Well, that's in the second one. Where,
Like those movies.
yeah, he's like, I'm not. You guys don't understand. I don't watch them. You know,
Yeah, I just don't sign up for scary movies.
I'll say this: for the longest time, I didn't either. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I don't like being scared. I want to enjoy it. I don't feel like I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then I like finally sat and I was like, I'm gonna make myself watch this because everyone told me how great it was. I don't even remember the movie, but I was like, I'm gonna make myself watch this. And I watched it, and I was freaked out the whole time.
Yeah.
And then when it was over, I was still freaked out.
It's
And I was
amazing.
like, this sucks.
But that's the
I-
feeling you're going for.
Exactly. And then I started noticing, I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, maybe it'd be fun to
Yeah,
watch it
exactly.
again. you know?
Nothing feels more alive than being scared to death.
Yeah.
And then when it goes away, and then you're like, I want to
Just
feel
not
that
a
again.
fan.
I hate it because I hate scary movies, but as soon as I start watching one, like I have to watch it.
You have to. You have to
I
see
gotta
how
know
it is.
what-
Yeah, like,
That's
I
the
have to
thing.
tune in.
If you get in the seat, you got to buckle up.
Yeah.
But I just don't like getting in the seat.
Yeah, I have to say, I get it. And I tell you what, 11 months out of the year, I don't get in the seat.
Yeah, I feel
October,
like
I'll
maybe
usually, I'm
that's
like,
October.
okay, it's obligatory. I'm going to do
Yeah.
this.
All right, I'm gonna watch a scary movie.
Yeah. And most of the ones I end up watching, like, now don't get me wrong, I do like, and I'm going to point something out too. Anyway, I do watch horror movies year round, and I'm going to put a pause on that and say, because someone has actually asked me, why do you pronounce it horror instead of horror?
Horror.
Because when I say horror, my normal way, it sounds like a completely different type of movie. I'm like, oh, it's a horror movie. And people are like, it's a what?
Watch your mouth, son.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, a scary movie. And they're like, why don't you just say that? I was like, I did.
I
So,
just don't
yeah.
say that.
It's horror.
That's just scary.
Yeah,
That's scary.
yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Terrible.
Anyway, so going back at this, is like most of the ones I watch, though, I used to love when I was a kid, there was a show that came on the Sci-Fi Network, and it was called Mystery Science Theater 3000, where they always watched like the worst movies ever made, and they just like rip on them the whole time. So I had a friend of mine, and he and I started having awesomely bad movie nights where we would drink beer, watch movies, like terrible ones, and rip on them the whole time. It was so much fun. Like, I got introduced to movies such as Thanksgiving. Okay,
That's a pretty good one.
It's about a killer turkey.
Oh man.
That's a thing.
Killer turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even the worst one. That's not even the worst
You're about to
storyline.
say like rubber.
Oh yeah. So you're in on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That's the
man.
worst one I ever watched.
Tire that kills people.
Yeah, it's a rubber
Michelin
killer
or
tire
General
named
Motors?
Robert. They named it. It's about a killer tire named Robert.
It just explodes people, right?
Yeah.
My Bloody Vampire though.
No,
3D movie.
3D. My Bloody Valentine
Is that it?
about a coal miner.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm having names.
Yeah.
His name's all wrong.
30 Seconds to Mars song. What?
Yeah.
Have you
right.
seen that one though?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that one's horrible.
It's bad, but it had the high
did
budget
go
like
watch it
3D
in
and stuff like that.
What about the Ernest Halloween movie?
Ernest Scared
Love
Stupid.
me some
that's-
Ernest.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love that.
Ernest
Yeah.
is
I'd say
always
that's
close.
classic, bro.
Yeah.
You kill
It's
them with
never
milk,
really
bro.
scary though.
No,
No.
that wasn't even meant
It's
to be.
stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the turtle one where turtles keep biting his hands. I don't know if you know. You know what I'm
outta
talking
here
about? The little
with
snapping
this.
turtles biting his
Hey,
hands.
can we get back to the Conjuring? That's what we're talking about.
Circle back.
We're going to go Jen Psaki and circle back. All right, so The Conjuring, and since you are so in love with this movie, why don't you give the rundown on The Conjuring?
I haven't watched it recently. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so Ed
you're
and
gonna
Lorraine,
run
so Ed and Lorraine Warren are one is a demonologist, one is a
Are you talking about the first Conjuring, real quick?
bro. Yes, The Conjuring, the first one.
Well, because I like
not the
most
Conjuring
recent
2.
ones I've seen are 2 and 3. I haven't watched the first one in a while.
I'm talking about the first one.
I'll watch that tonight. Though.
Anyway, the basis of this is Ed and Lorraine Warren. One is a demonologist. The other one, Lorraine Warren, is a clairvoyant, which means she can kind of sense things and see things, that kind of stuff. And they have this family who moves into this house where something awful happened, and they find out that the property's cursed by a witch, and she possesses the mother of the family to kill the children, to sacrifice the children to the devil. That's kind of the premise of the whole thing, and a lot of
They got blue overalls. Those little children.
wow, that's child's play, bro.
Children of the Corn.
That's Little House on the Prairie. That's Little House on the Prairie.
Trying to
Let the
figure it
man,
out.
let the man talk. You're not gonna get it, all right?
He's out of there. He don't know the movie. You know what? I'm gonna go.
Swinging. He's going down swinging.
I'm gonna go ahead and. That's one with Kid Rock and
I swore I was close. My bad. Keep it on. Keep going.
all right. So B-Mac he does not know the movie. We're gonna go ahead and say this right now. He does not know this movie.
I don't.
So anyway, they found out that the possession is a witch named Bathsheba, and I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. Like we've been breaking down every movie every week with story scares and
Gore.
gore. Yes. Okay. So this movie was not ultra gory.
Mild.
Yeah, mild, and that might be putting it heavy. But I'll tell you this story. I give it a 10. It was a good story. Like the whole movie made sense throughout the whole thing, even with it being about paranormal stuff and all this kind of stuff.
Good acting. Good acting.
Yeah.
I believe that they were, thought that they were dealing with supernatural forces.
Yeah. I mean, it was really well made, and kills. I mean, luckily in these stories, that's the whole point. Is they're stopping something terrible from happening. But the kills that you learn about, you don't actually see the kill itself, but you learn about it. It's enough to give you that kind of, that chill down your spine a little bit, where you're like, oh, that's dark. I don't like that. You know,
That's what I was saying. Is that it disturbed me more than anything.
yeah, it doesn't have a lot of jump scares. I mean, it has a couple things where the music kind of plays into effect and you kind of get the jumps, but other than that, it doesn't have a lot of jump scares. Which to me is actually the scariest kind of movie, is what you said. It's a movie that doesn't jump out and scare you. It's one that really messes with your head and makes you go like, oh, I don't like this. It's not so much I was scared. It was like, I don't like that. And that was, I'll go ahead and say, like, as an overall, I don't know what Rotten Tomatoes ever gave it, but I also don't care. I would probably have to give it 8 or 9 out of 10. I mean, it was a solid movie. It was good enough that immediately after I watched The Conjuring 2. That one was still good, not as good as the
That's
first.
the one where they're in Britain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a really good
Yeah,
one.
but say it was good. I thought the first one was better.
Yeah.
But maybe it was because I watched them back to back, you know. But I haven't watched any of the other ones yet. I know The Conjuring 3, which is The Devil Made Me Do It, right?
Yeah.
The newest one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I haven't
really
watched
good.
that one yet. And I haven't
Nun.
watched any of the spinoffs. I haven't
There's
watched
2 nuns.
Annabelle. I haven't watched The Nun. I haven't watched any of that. I probably will now, though, because it's, you know, those...
The storyline.
Yeah, the storyline, you know, it was a solid movie. But, so, Zach, you have seen the movie, right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember much, but you've at least seen
I
it.
watched it a long time ago.
Yeah, I got you. So what do you? Is anybody disagreeing with me on this? I mean, I thought it was a good movie.
No, I think it's a great choice. I have to give props to Wayne for picking it.
Yeah,
He's been trying to
yeah.
get us to watch it for almost a month now.
Yeah,
so
that
we
They're,
wanted
they're
to do
good
it.
enough to like make you watch the ones they come out. You know?
Yeah, right. And you know, because I had never seen the first one, I didn't care anything about The Conjuring 2 or The Nun or there's another Nun movie. I
Yeah,
guess
there's 2 of them now.
I haven't seen it. Didn't see any of the Annabelle, the little creepy doll thing. I didn't see any of that because I was like, I don't care. I never watched the first one. Now that I've watched it though, I'm like, I'm probably gonna watch those. You know, but yeah, man, I thought they were pretty good. I you know, I'm with you. Give props to C. Wayne. Youngster got it right. Better than my picks.
So the question is, what are we watching next week?
I don't know, man. I hadn't even thought about it, but
Quiet Place.
Sharknado.
That is a great movie.
I'm about to say.
I'm not even gonna lie. That's a great
bro.
movie.
I literally
Eight-legged
started
freaks.
watching that movie and I was like, this is going to be so stupid. And it is, but you still
Yeah, you
sit there and watch the whole
And
thing.
then when Sci-Fi announces there's a Sharknado 2, you're like, I'm not watching that. When's it come on though?
yeah, right, I'll look
Eight-legged
at it.
Freaks.
That one was bad because David Arquette was in it.
That was good.
I mean, it was a bad movie anyway.
I
But
kind
it
of
was
liked it. I kinda
Did you?
liked it. Yeah, I was in it.
Silent Hill solid.
Silent Hill, man, that was actually one of the first horror movies I ever watched.
That's pretty
See, I
solid.
said it there, and it sounded bad. This is the first horror movie I ever watched. But yeah, man, that was another one that it had its jump scares, had a lot of gore, but it was still one that kind of sat in your mind for a little bit. You know, whenever next time you caught yourself driving through a secluded
Right.
place, you're like, oh, dude, please don't
stop.
let there be like mutant hillbillies.
It made me feel like anywhere I even thought I was going remote to make sure I at least had a full tank of gas.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not
Bare
breaking down. Okay. Who was the dad in that movie? I know who he is. I can't remember his name. He was one of the detectives like in the Fast and the Furious, the original one. He was the voice of the truck driver in Joyride. You know who I'm talking about?
Dom.
No, family. It's all about family.
You can beat this hill. With family.
Well, that's the problem with The Hills Have Eyes. If Dom would probably be on the wrong side of things. But this is a family. It's like, well, this is a family. It's like, no, this is a stronger family. I'm like, there's a reason for that, Dom.
With family, let's go fast.
Yeah. The Fast. Oh, that might be the 10th movie, The Fast Family. If they use that, I want credit.
Human Centipede. That's a good movie.
That one's weird.
Okay.
That is
weird.
That's disturbing.
It bothers me they came out with the second one.
What actor?
You
signed
mean to
up
tell me
play?
that someone watched the first one and they're like, they're making a say, yeah, I'll be in it.
Yeah,
No.
it creeps me out thinking like there's people with that in their head. You know,
real?
like there's gonna be more people that's gonna be like, I could do that. You know, like,
I'm gonna say, but okay, if we're gonna talk about the Human Centipede for just a second, let's think about this. You remember in the part there's like 3 sections, right? You got like A, B, and C with the 3 people that are connected.
Yeah.
You know, we'll PG it a little bit. We'll say butt to mouth.
Where would you want to be? The front, the middle,
I'm
or the
gonna
back?
say you already know.
13.
Yeah, you already know
Just imagine
that if
the
it
middle
ever
bit.
happened, all of us are thinking like fingers crossed, like A. Come on, I want A.
the front.
If it has to happen, please let me be A.
absolutely just that.
So we'll go ahead and wrap things up, guys. I want to give you guys a second to plug your shop, your social media stuff, upcoming events, whatever you've got going on. Just go ahead and take a second and tell anyone who's listening, you know, what you guys got going on.
We're the at the Black Market Barbers. We take appointments on Booksy. We have a walk-in guy now. We're open Tuesday to Friday, 9 through about 5:15, 5:30, and then on Saturdays about 9 to 2. And then we've got the Barber Wars coming up, the finale of it, the belt, and it's a genuine belt. Like, it's heavy. Like,
Oh,
it's
I've
real
seen it.
leather.
It
Like,
is
it's-
a World Wrestling Federation
it is
belt.
real.
It is
It
a
is real.
real genuine belt. And
Yeah.
so I really am excited about having that back in my corner.
Okay.
And so that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. We don't know exactly when we're going to do that.
It'll be
on our
announced.
Facebook.
It'll be announced.
Okay.
But our most of our activity are I mean, we've got a guy he's just putting hilarious stuff out there all over it. So it's really good to follow us on our Facebook, like us on there, and just have some good quality humor in your life on your feed.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
that's what we're putting out there, with also good cuts too. Because I mean, that's
Oh,
what we're
yeah.
about. We're about having a good time. We want people to come in, feel at home, and then we want to give them the best cuts they can possibly have.
Right. Yeah. Hey, man, look, I've seen your pictures on your Facebook page and everything. These guys can get you looking fresh to death quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that, especially now that you told me what you told me earlier, I'll be paying you guys a visit here pretty soon. You guys can clean me up a little bit. That way I'm, keep these luxurious locks growing and everything. So, yeah, man, that's awesome. So, the Black Market Barbers on Facebook and on Instagram as well.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you guys look that up. Follow them on Instagram. Follow them on Facebook. Man, get on Booksy. If you don't have it, download it at your app store, whatever it is, and book these guys, man. They're worth it. I'm telling you. You want to look good. I got to be honest with you guys. I've seen a lot of the higher end salons come around for ladies and everything, and it's very cool. I'm cool with that. I think it's awesome. Like they had the I think it was like 804 salon down on Garrison. Now it's the Harper Ellis salon, which is a big deal apparently. I don't know because I don't deal with extensions.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, my wife has told me that's a big deal, so I'm like, cool. I'm excited to see a place that, I mean, typically, I understand you guys probably help anybody who wants to come in, but typically a barbershop is a place for guys to get cleaned up, you know what I mean? And it's cool to see a shop that is not just like, yeah, we'll line you up, we get you cleaned up, whatever, but you guys are also embracing your culture and everything else, and really trying to take it to another level, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, and we are a shop for dudes to just be dudes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it's about. We even had a woman ask her what she thought about the shop, and she goes, "Well, I can definitely tell it's a place for men."
Yeah.
And she was kind of insulting us, but we took it as a compliment.
Right, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I would say it's like that's why it says barber shop.
Yeah, right, for sure. So
Yeah.
we have that culture, and we do straight razor neck shaves. We keep the integrity of barber.
Yeah.
So and we're fairly priced too. $20 for a fade.
Yeah, man,
So-
that's good anymore.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, I want to say Supercuts might be charging more than that right now, but
Oh, they are.
I would say, yeah, but you ain't getting as clean of a fade at
no,
Supercuts.
for sure. And
we
that's
try
why
to
our people
keep,
take care of us too.
Yeah.
we try to keep a high quality cut at a fair price.
Right.
I better say, I've seen y'all. Well, I mean, I'm looking at you right now with your beard just edged perfectly. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
for
Like
sure.
it looks good, man, and that's a big thing.
This cut right here is from the new barber.
Oh yeah,
I mean, yeah.
little baby
So
D.
Yeah, Baby D's putting them out.
OD's cuts, man.
D's cuts.
OD's cuts. He's
putting them
coming
out.
through.
Quick question:
Trademark.
Who's
Trademark.
who would
right?
who would I go to for a fade?
Me
You
or
can go
Zach.
any-
I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
get on.
I know
Booksy
you
and
both.
book
You
with-
both are
No, no,
good.
no,
but
no,
like
no,
one of
no.
y'all's better at certain stuff.
Well, he is asking who's the better barber.
That's what he wants me. Like who? I know one of y'all has strengths in some stuff, the other one don't. That's how it works.
Hey, I tell you what, could we set something up where one of you fade one side and one of you do the other?
Absolutely.
Whoa! I don't want it uneven. Whoa!
Hey, but hold on a second. The point of that is, if you guys look, not who you guys say you are,
No,
who
if we
I
can
think
match
you
it,
are,
then we are-
is that you're going to look the same on both sides. You're going to be looking fresh either way.
I feel like we could but the thing is though is I will always tip my hat to Zach on that.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for him teaching me.
Right.
And so the reason why I know how to cut as good as I do is because of what he's taught me.
That's what's up, man.
Sensei.
So
yeah, that's what's up,
like
man.
when
That's
it comes
awesome.
down to it, like your fade on either side of your head is going to be just clean because he's taught me how to do this, and it's our steps that we've grown that we continue to grab barbers and teach them the way that we fade and give them the cleanest cuts for a blue collar price. You know,
Yeah,
That's why I
what's
was
up, man.
confident. I guarantee that cut would probably end up looking the exact same.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
Side,
for sure.
I'll have to come try it. I'm fine.
Yeah, I would
need a
say,
haircut.
I tell you what, I'll actually get on Booksy tomorrow And like I'm serious because
Might be a week and a half.
that's
I'm done.
hey, it's been long enough, bro.
It's on Booksy.
How long to get both of y'all so we can do half and half?
Well, you
Well,
got to pay
that-
a full
6
price. You don't get a half a price and a half a price.
you paying double for that
taking
fade.
appointments there.
They're both like, we'll get you in
you might-
tomorrow for that.
Yeah, like we'll click and
Do a half a haircut.
Yeah, half a haircut, all the price. Okay, well that's awesome, guys. So y'all follow them on social media to where you can keep up with the Barber Wars and the finale coming up soon. Be on the lookout. There will at some point in the near future be a Barbers versus Casters challenge between us and the Black Market guys.
Going down.
Yes, sir.
So are the wieners.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna let you handle it, but
Start warming up now. Let's go.
I do have one more
side?
question. I do have one more question before we outro, and it's this: can I get one of those shirts? Do you sell them at the shop?
Yeah, we actually our shirt guy fell through. We're about to we've been really concentrating on finishing the rest of our shop.
We're in the market for a t-shirt guy.
Yeah, genuinely, we are looking for a guy that's giving us a deal on t-shirts because we want to have inventory of shirts, hats, and all that in the shop.
Yeah, that's it's the same thing we're looking at too.
Right.
We're
you
gonna
know.
be doing hats, shirts, sweatshirts.
Yeah.
all that,
Hoodies.
and
Yeah.
tank tops.
I'd buy a hoodie.
Yeah,
I like hoodies a lot.
We're
As
talking
a
like some
one.
bro tanks because
No, yeah, we have
Absolutely.
I'll rock a bro
we
tank.
have some.
Oh,
that
God,
says,
please don't.
Get cut, bro.
Yeah,
We'll snipe Selly boys.
cut, bro.
It says get cut, bro, and it has the Black Market Barbers.
I don't like that.
I like it.
that. Yeah,
I can get my son to wear it.
you already know I'll wear it. I don't care.
No, for sure.
But yeah, all right, cool. Well, I'll definitely be checking out on that. So we've covered all that good stuff. Hey, everybody, I want to say thank you for staying with us this long. We know the past few episodes have been a little longer than normal, but hey, when you're having a good time, time flies, right? So I want to say thank you for listening, and remember to check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher. I don't know, a ton of other places, I'm sure, YouTube. And you guys just be on the lookout for live streaming, hopefully coming soon. We're still trying to work out some things. And yeah, we'll go from there. So from myself, Hoot Hobbs, from Mr. C. Wayne, and of course Mr. BT Brennan Torres and the Black Market Barbers, we bid you good night.